Sabrina. This story is from 1935. In a small town in Indonesia, Johnny and Maria used to live with a little girl by the name of Kits. Kits was Johnny's niece. Both of them adopted her after the death of her parents.
Dear, why aren't you happy?
Where is my mother and father, Uncle?
Now we are your mother and father.
2 years had passed, but Kits still always remained depressed. Johnny owned a famous toy shop. His dolls were famous throughout all of Indonesia. Johnny created a very famous brand of dolls, and he named them Sabrina. And one day, Johnny brings home a Sabrina doll for Kits.
Maria, this is a gift for Kits. You give it to her.
What's this, Dad?
This is Sabrina doll, dear, which your father has specially made for you. It is also bigger than the rest of the dolls.
Thank you, Aunt.
No, honey. Say thanks to your father. Kits always pretended to be happy, but in her heart, she missed her parents a lot. In a few days, she joins the 8th class, and Johnny and Maria put her in a school outside the city. She also made some good friends at school.
What's your name?
My name is Kits.
My name is Bush, and I'm your class monitor. This is my group, Bishop, Martin, and Lyra.
And soon, Kits starts to focus in school, and now she is a little happier than before. But even today, she misses her mother and father very much. One day at school, Bush is playing a game with all the other children, by which dead souls can be called, and then they can talk to them. They can come from another world to our world.
What are you doing, Bush?
Sit quietly near me, Kits. I'm calling my granny here. I loved her very much, and it has been many days past since I saw her.
So, does this game bring dead people?
Yes, they will come, only if you call them properly, but you have to make sure that you send them back very carefully. If not sent back properly, they can create a lot of destruction in our world.
Bush starts playing the game. Someone turns off the lights in the room, and after a while, a spirit appears. Pictures in the entire room start shaking. Suddenly, Bush's granny appeared there. Bush starts talking to her, and Kits carefully kept a watch on all this. Everybody chants and talks to the evil spirits after Bush's granny leaves, so that she could return to her entity and would not remain on Earth.
Go back, Granny. It was good to meet you today. Now you can return to where you came from.
In this way, I can also meet my mother. Now I know where she went suddenly. Bush, will you please teach me this game? I also want to meet my mother.
Okay, Kits. I will teach you, but promise me that you will do it by yourself. And also, whatever soul you choose to call, you will be sure to say that incantations to send that soul back to their world.
Okay, Bush, I'll take care of that.
And Bush explains to Kits all the rules of the game, and also gives her the pentagram from which the entity would be called. At midnight of the dark moon, Kits closes the door of her room and hangs the pentagram in the room and starts the dark ritual by placing a candle in the middle of the pentagram and started invoking her mother and father.
Please come back, please come back. I call upon evil to call you back.
Then there is a loud knock on the door. Kits opens the door swiftly, keeping everything hidden. Her Aunt Maria brings Sabrina doll to the room, and she gives it to Kits. You had left it outside, hun, so I came to give it to you. Good night.
Whew, I almost got caught. I would have been in so much trouble. Now I'll have to wait till the next dark moon to call my mother.
What are you thinking, hun?
Nothing, Aunt. I'm just feeling drowsy. thank you for the doll.
Kits falls asleep with the doll. As soon as she falls asleep, Sabrina doll's eyes opened and she flies in the air, then sits on a nearby chair. This means that Kit's devil worship of Kit was not in vain, and the demon was attempting to enter the doll after coming from another world. Now Sabrina kept changing her place from one world to the other.
Tomorrow night, I'll hang up the pentagram again, and I'll summon my mom. Nothing can stop me from meeting her now.
Kits hangs the pentagram again the next night, and then unexpectedly, the movement begins in Sabrina doll. She slowly starts transforming into a demon, and all of a sudden, her nails begin to grow into claws, and her hair turns a vicious red. Her feet turn backwards, and she's dangling with her feet from above the ground. And then, she suddenly attacks Maria.
I will kill you. I will kill you.
Who are you? How did you come to my home? Go away from here! And then, furiously, the demon attacks Maria and her husband, both of them bleeding badly. The demon doll tries to enter Maria's body, but somehow, both of them escape from the house. What is happening? Who was that? And how did it come to our house?
I don't know, Maria. We'll have to find out. I have a friend named Darla. She is a paranormal expert. We should meet her as soon as possible.
Run before it does more damage! Both Maria and Johnny approach Darla and tell her everything that happened.
She's an old woman who's come to resolve some unfinished business.
What should we do?
We have to go back to your home to find it.
Armed with this new knowledge, all of them return to the house and summon the demon with the help of the Charlie game and pentagram. But the demon was very powerful, and she set the game aflame and turned it to ashes. It suddenly became dark throughout the whole house. All photos crashed, thumped, and trembled against the walls. Then Kits approached them, and she was flying in the air. Hey, what happened to Kits?
Stay away from her. She's possessed. The demon is inside her. Get away.
No! How can I leave my child alone? Then Kits lunges violently forward and attacks them. Sometimes she hangs upside down on the wall, and sometimes starts flying. Her strength was so great that all three grown adults were unable to restrain her. It looked as if blood was dripping from her eyes. And then suddenly, she seized Maria's throat.
I will not let you go.
Then, Darla starts chanting loudly, and she catches Kits from the back. After removing the demon from her, they all exited the house and quickly closed the door.
We closed the door. Now she won't be able to get us.
But who was she, Darla? And why did she start following us?
She was Baiga Demon, daughter of Satan, the strongest evil power. Someone apparently summoned her into the house, and that's how Baiga Demon got in. But who would do such a thing? Who would be so stupid?
On hearing this, Kits starts crying out loud.
I did it, Auntie. I wanted to meet my mother, so I tried to contact her.
Oh, what have you done? Your mother also called this same demon, and in the process of trying to send her back, that's how your mother died.
What? Well, what should we do now?
Johnny and Maria, there is only one way to kill her. There's a dagger in the cave of Black Mountain. We got to get it. Only with that knife can we send Baiga back to her world. Otherwise, she'll come back to life.
So, let's not delay. Hurry up before she takes on human form.
Maria and Johnny bring a dagger from the hill mentioned by Darla, and they think that everything will be all right now. But they are gravely mistaken. While coming out of the house, Kits brings Sabrina doll with her. For a while, doll stays calm. But after some time, the Baiga demon enters inside her, and the doll's eyes begin to open. Who are you? What else do you want from us?
I will kill you too and will take you to my world with me.
And while speaking, she suddenly possesses Maria. Maria's form changes completely. She starts flying in the wind. Johnny, Darla, and Kits get nervous seeing this. Darla starts chanting fast.
In the name of Jesus, demon, go away! In the name of Jesus, demon, go away!
And Darla starts chanting loudly, spraying holy water on the possessed Maria. Bahiga is unable to tolerate this, and she immediately attacks Darla. She tries her best to take the diary from Darla's hand, and she sinks her teeth in her neck and starts tearing at her flesh.
Leave her alone! Leave, Darla! What has she ever done to you?
Don't talk! Bring a dagger!
But what if something happens to Maria?
Nothing will happen. I'm reciting the chant. You throw a dagger at her.
There is a lot of fight take place. Then Darla starts reciting the chant loudly, and Johnny comes from behind and attacks Maria with a dagger. The Bahiga demon escapes from inside Maria and falls away, wailing in pain. Darla starts spraying holy water on her. Slowly, the Bahiga gets vanished with sheer smoke, and Darla immediately sets Sabrina doll on fire, and it burns to ashes.
What are you doing?
We have to burn it so that Bahiga can never come back again.
Slowly but steadily, everything returns to normal, and Kits also starts accepting Johnny and Maria as her parents. But one day, Johnny brings again a new doll for Kits, and we can see that her eyes suddenly get opened at night. The end.